Thanks for watching County Report this week. I'm Susan Kennedy. The earthquake that shook the region last Tuesday had county employees and other businesses evacuating their offices almost immediately. County residents were caught off guard by the quake and afterwards had challenges using their cell phones. Despite communication being affected, the 911 center got a spike in calls. Here's Lorna Virgili with that update. Lorna?
Susan, no doubt that the earthquake was a big scare for a lot of people, but at least according to the county's first responders, there were no big emergencies. It was around 1:53 in the afternoon when county employees started evacuating government buildings. The earthquake confused many who were inside their offices, but all followed procedure.
Immediately, I thought it was a big truck that was creating like a vibration, but it was way more than a vibration. It was like the window was like things were moving in the room, and so that's when I knew it had to be an earthquake.
I'm pouring the soup and the ground started to shake, and the floor to ceiling glass window started to reverberate, and I looked out the window and everybody started evacuating not just our building but all the surrounding buildings.
It just shook. I mean, there was really nothing you could do, you know? I mean, we haven't experienced it here in Maryland, so it's not something that we would be accustomed to on an everyday basis.
Cell phone communication was a challenge, but still, the police 911 operators were busy with a high volume of calls seeking non-emergency information.
We did not have on the police side a large number of incidents that were specific to the earthquake itself. Fire and rescue faced a similar circumstance within probably about 2 hours after the initial earthquake. Things pretty much went back to normal.
An inspection of government buildings revealed no structural damages, with the exception of the Potomac Library that received damages during the earthquake and remained closed. For County Report this week, Lorna Virgili.
A lawsuit filed against the Montgomery College Board of Trustees last January has been dismissed by a Montgomery County Circuit Court judge. Montgomery College Television has that report.
A civil suit filed by Washington, D.C.-based Judicial Watch on behalf of 3 county residents challenged Montgomery College's long-standing policy of providing in-county tuition rates to recent MCPS graduates, regardless of their immigration status. The suit claimed that the policy violated state and federal law. Montgomery College spokesperson Elizabeth Homan.
The judge's opinion said that Judicial Watch and the plaintiffs didn't have the right to sue Montgomery College. We believe that we are fully compliant with the law. Our Board of Trustees has the authority to grant tuition rates for students, and we are very proud of our policy. It's been a long-standing policy at Montgomery College.
The college maintains that by providing the lowest tuition rates to all Montgomery County Public School graduates, the college is supporting the community.
Leveraging the investment that Montgomery County has already made in these students in K-12 education, we're simply providing the next 2 years of higher education, which really helps advance students and the community.
In a recent statement, Montgomery College President Dr. Darian Pollard quoted the institution's newly revised mission statement, saying, "We empower students to change their lives," and added, "The tuition policy ensures our mission is more than words. Our policy brings our mission to life."
You can get more information on Montgomery College's tuition rates and policies at montgomerycollege.edu/tuition. Each year, the Maryland Association of Counties Conference draws nearly 2,500 local, state, and federal government officials. County officials have just returned from the convention where more than 20 continuing education sessions and 80 speakers from the public and private sector were present. On the panel of one of those sessions was Council President Valerie Irvin, who spoke about the state's maintenance of effort law.
The conversation was really around the issues that Montgomery County looked at to make the decision not to file for a waiver. And there were so many people who came up to me after the presentation and said, you know, we've all watched you all in Montgomery County, and we want to say congratulations. We believe you did the right thing under the circumstances, and we all believe public education should be funded at a very high level. However, the law does not take into account an economic downturn. And so the conversation moved on to what do we do next? And so there's a lot of conversation that's going to happen in Annapolis and across the state about how to reform the maintenance of effort law to make it do what it intends to do, which is to continue to fund schools and school systems at a fair and equitable level, and we all believe in that, in the same thing.
Montgomery College has crafted a partnership with Discovery Communications, which could have a big effect on the future economies of Montgomery County and Maryland.
Montgomery College and Discovery Communications recently announced the creation of a new partnership aimed at developing job skills and better preparing students for the workforce.
Here in Maryland, we're partnering with Montgomery College to help ensure students leave school with skills to enter the workforce. Our program will include sharing expertise and experience of our staff as lecturers and mentors, providing internship opportunities and resume development, and career counseling, interview prep, and interview techniques, all to try and help the students connect with jobs and connect their skills with those that need it, like us.
We must be tightly coupled with our local businesses to make sure that we're producing the graduates who thrive in the workforce of today and tomorrow. This is why it's so important, this partnership that we have now with Discovery. I'm delighted that they reached out to us and specifically to talk about how they can make a significant contribution to the community, but moreover, how to more tightly couple themselves with this institution.
Discovery also announced the expansion of its Discover Your Skills Public Affairs Job Skills program and the airing of 8 public service announcements highlighting career opportunities in the skilled trades and educational opportunities available at community and technical colleges. These announcements come at a time when a more skilled workforce can help jumpstart the economy.
The more a person learns, the more a person earns, that there is a connection between education and skills and economic opportunity.
This is one of those just absolute triumphs of common sense, great partners coming together who are all in it for the right reasons to make a real difference.
It's no surprise to see the college once again in the forefront with our own Discovery Communications on such a timely needed public service campaign.
Still ahead on County Report this week, it's that time of year again, back to school. We'll show you how some new teachers are getting ready for their debut.
I'm Rockville 11's Bridget Breuer. Coming up next, we'll tell you why everyone at the Lincoln Park Community Center was pumped about the start of school when County Report this week continues.
Welcome back to County Report. Before Montgomery County Public Schools says welcome back to returning students and teachers, the school system welcomes aboard new teachers. These teachers got a glimpse of what makes MCPS special at an orientation held recently.
Hundreds of new teachers were introduced to MCPS last week at the New Educator Orientation at Rockville High School. More than 500 educators attended the event, which offered 14 workshops, an information fair, and a welcome from new Superintendent Dr. Joshua Starr.
It is their first step for induction. And during the information fair, we have various workshops. We have things like how to work with your paraeducator. That's one workshop, and all of them are packed this year. We have a workshop on the Promethean board so that they know how to use it. We're offering 5 various workshops just on classroom management. So there are over 14 workshops that are being offered during the information fair time.
The orientation is important for educators coming to MCPS from another state, a neighboring county, or fresh out of a university classroom.
I actually grew up in Montgomery County, so I went through the whole MCPS thing, and I enjoyed it as a kid. It was really diverse, all the teachers as well as the students in the classrooms. And I didn't really know this as a student, but after I graduated, I realized how great Montgomery County is to work for.
The week's event explored the new integrated curriculum, gave new teachers an opportunity to network with each other, and offered a chance to meet with a variety of vendors.
It's been really overwhelming, a lot of new information, but I've learned so much from different classroom management techniques and strategies to what to do on the first day, what to look forward to.
Attendees said the week's events were an invaluable experience, and they felt tremendous support and guidance from the school system.
It's just really good to be able to speak with people who are experienced and have been in the trenches and, worked with the students for many years and have many great things to offer to us to help build us and enrich our understanding of what's expected of us.
We wish all these new teachers and students the best as they start the new school year. Montgomery County Police are searching for a suspect they believe is responsible for several bank robberies in our area. Officer Janelle Smith from Montgomery County Police is here to tell us about this case. Officer, what's been happening?
Well, Susan, detectives from the Montgomery County Police Robbery Section are investigating a series of bank robberies that have been occurring in the area between July of 2010 and July of 2011. Detectives believe at this time that the same suspect is responsible for at least 8 bank robberies in Montgomery County, as well as 2 additional bank robberies in Alexandria, Virginia, and 1 additional bank robbery in Arlington, Virginia. Throughout the time that these bank robberies have been occurring, detectives have collected a series of photographs of the suspect, and at this time are asking for the public's assistance in identifying the suspect.
So what should folks do if they have any information in regards to this case?
Detectives are asking that anyone who may recognize this suspect to please contact the police department, or as usual, Crime Solvers of Montgomery County is offering a $1,000 reward for any information that leads to the arrest of this suspect.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much, Officer Janelle Smith, Montgomery County Police. School supplies can be pricey. That's why the city of Rockville, along with local organizations, joined together to help provide for the city's youth in the form of backpacks, notebooks, and other supplies. It was the annual Back to School Jam, and our Bridget Breuer has more. Bridget?
That's right, Susan. The 11th annual Back to School Jam was rocking at the Lincoln Park Community Center, where over 450 students received backpacks full of brand new school supplies. We had the chance to talk to both parents and students who were thrilled about the event.
The Back to School Jam is an idea that we came up with about 11 years ago, where we wanted to just kind of give back to the community and the kids in need. We basically teamed up with Rockville Housing Enterprises, Mount Calvary Baptist Church, and Linkages to Learning with the City of Rockville. Recreation and Parks Department. We all thought it would be a great idea to get backpacks and give back to the community by getting the kids ready for the upcoming school year. So each year we just get together and think of a new and better way to give back to the kids and prepare them for the upcoming school year. As the City of Rockville, we just want to bridge that gap between the schools and the community, and just, you know, have parents be able to either come to the City of Rockville facilities to find out information, or go to the schools and find out information about both the city and the schools. So we're really proud of that link and the fact that we're teaming up together as one big community to make sure we get everyone the information that they need.
It's a wonderful thing for the children in the City of Rockville. You know, all over Montgomery County. It's always nice and a pleasure to give these children things to go back to school.
I think it's such a big help for us because, you know, for some people who cannot afford to buy, maybe this event is very useful so they can get benefit from the City of Rockville.
Well, we're needed with a lot of stuff, so it's kind of good to have a place where you can get it free instead of having to buy at the store, without having to buy supplies for the whole family. I have 2 sisters and 1 brother, and they're going to need some stuff too because they're going to go back to school too, and well, we can get everything here.
It's very necessary. It's great, and the more of this, the better.
Still to come on County Report this week, a local veteran gets a new ride. And working to build bridges in the Long Branch community through youth soccer. Keep it here on County Report this week. Welcome back. Impact Silver Spring was formed in 1999 by a group of community leaders concerned that the redevelopment of downtown Silver Spring was not reflective of the community's diversity. Impact focuses on connecting people in the Long Branch and Wheaton communities to their neighbors, government, businesses, and other community resources. We caught up with some folks who are part of this effort to create stronger connections in our community. For anyone who's been involved in sports at one time or another during their life knows it's a great way to make friends.
Thank you. Thank you.
And that's what the folks with Impact Silver Spring were hoping would happen when they formed the Tacoma Soccer League.
I think sports is just a phenomenal avenue to engage the community because it's just so natural for people. You know, whether they're from here or from another country, they grew up playing sports themselves, and it's just a very kind of light way for people to just be bumping into each other and developing relationships in their neighborhood.
Folks from Impact Silver Spring look for residents who can establish trust with their neighbors through meaningful conversation. Armando Hernandez ran a successful youth soccer organization in El Salvador for many years before coming to the Silver Spring area. Armando was just the person Impact Silver Spring was looking for to help them weave their safety net.
So he has a job during the day, a lot of other things going on, yet he still comes out here 4 hours a week, spends an hour a week calling the parents, calling the kids, because he wants to, and he's dedicated to the kids, and the parents are too, and so it's really opened up a whole new realm of possibility that a lot of folks didn't think was possible.
The Tacoma Soccer League now has more than 30 parents who have stepped up to the plate. These folks have come together not only to help with soccer, but to build genuine relationships with their neighbors. Relationships they may not have had the opportunity to develop otherwise.
When the parents are more involved, it shows other kind of positive alternatives to those kind of worst things, and so most fundamentally it's about the education of the kids, and they have to be involved because no one can educate their kids better than the parents themselves.
I think it's really important for the parents to be involved because it just gives them another avenue to be connected with their kids, to be connected with other parents, and to be connected with just kind of the social infrastructure of the county.
Building bridges through soccer is just one of the many ways Impact Silver Spring is working to support the diversity in the community for positive change. Operation One Voice is a program designed by police officers, firefighters, and community leaders to help wounded and fallen Special Operations Forces. They recently enlisted the Rockville City Police to help deliver a specially designed bike to double amputee and Green Beret Mark Holbert.
We just want to say thank you for everything you've done, and we're just proud to be part of presenting this to you.
Thank you. I
Thank
appreciate
you
it.
very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for your
Rockville City Police Chief Terry Treshik was honored to extend a token of the city's gratitude to Sergeant First Class Mark Holbert.
It's actually really wonderful to see the local community giving support to wounded soldiers and helping to adjust the wounded soldier back into local, normal life again.
The city of Rockville partnered with Operation One Voice, a program that helps to raise funds to support the immediate needs of children and families of wounded or fallen Special Operations soldiers.
Those programs are actually very wonderful for the soldier. Just like I said, just getting back into the community, back into a normal lifestyle.
The presentation hit home for Corporal Selhammer and Sergeant Merritt, who, like Holbert, are veterans themselves.
Dealing with all the stress over there, just hearing a simple thank you is more than gratifying to the people who have served over there.
I agree with Corporal Selhammer and everything she said. It's very important that our civilian counterparts, our families, our friends, our neighbors, accept us back into our communities.
With his new bike, Holbert can compete in more road races and ride with his daughter.
Maybe wounded, but this not going to stop us from our daily lives. I'm still pursuing the stuff that I love to do every day.
Holbert plans to compete next in the Army 10 miler in October. To find out more about Operation One Voice, go online to operationonevoice.org. For County Report This Week, I'm Bridget Breuer.
The County Executive's Office recently took a trip to Morazan, El Salvador to explore a potential partnership. Our friends at Montgomery Community Media met with Councilmember George Leventhal to find out more about his trip.
Central Americans make up a large portion of the growing population in Maryland. According to recent census, Montgomery County is home to over 50,000 Latinos, mostly from El Salvador.
Last month,
County Executive Ike Leggett, along with a few delegates and 60 Montgomery Countyans, visited the state of Morazan, El Salvador. Councilmember George Leventhal tells us about the trip and the start of a new partnership through signing a sister city agreement.
The initiative was County Executive Ike Leggett's. It was all voluntary. He did have some of his assistants help him, but it was on their own time. And yes, they assembled a charitable committee, the Montgomery County Sister City Incorporated.
The U.S. Sister City International program was originated in 1956 when President Eisenhower proposed a people-to-people citizen diplomacy initiative.
The Salvadoran Sister City relationship was the first, and this had to do with the very large Salvadoran immigrant community that has established itself here in Montgomery County and that is making such important contributions to our business climate, our cultural environment. The Salvadoran community is having a major impact in every aspect of life in Montgomery County.
In December of 1981, Morazan suffered one of the biggest massacres in recent Latin American history that killed over 900 Salvadorians around the village of El Mozote.
El Salvador is suffering a brain drain. The best and the brightest are leaving the country. That's unfortunate. What we're seeing through this sister city relationship is that the Salvadoran diaspora, people of great talent and skill and wealth, who originated in El Salvador, are finding a way to go back and give back. We have a quality of life here, and we have a climate of tolerance and mutual respect here that attract the best and the brightest from around the world. I'm proud of that.
To find out more about Montgomery County Sister City agreements, visit montgomerysistercity.org or call 240-777-2570.
Up next on County Report, Kathy Stanhope will be here with our Pet of the Week. But first, it's also back to school time at Brookside Gardens. We'll tell you more when County Report This Week continues. Welcome back to County Report. The School of Botanical Art at Brookside Gardens will be starting up classes next month. Here's Leslie McDermott with more information.
Have you ever wished that you could draw or paint something as beautiful as this, but were afraid you didn't have the talent or the time to devote? Well, I have a tip for you. In as little as 3 hours, you can learn some of the basic techniques from one of our talented art teachers at the Brookside Gardens School of Botanical Art and Illustration. Hello, I'm Leslie McDermott, the Marketing and Media Relations Manager for Brookside. And the School of Botanical Art offers classes to serve all levels from beginner to advanced. You can either follow the rigorous certificate program or take individual workshops that don't require prerequisite courses. Classes start in early September, so take this opportunity to experience the truly wonderful instructional program right in your own backyard. Most of the classes are held at Brookside Gardens, and some are also held at McCrillis Gardens in Bethesda, Maryland. To learn more about the School of Botanical Art and Illustration, please visit www.brooksideartschool.org or call Mark Richardson, the school manager, at 301-962-1470.
And now it's time for this week's transportation update with Tom Pogue.
Hi, I'm Tom Pogue, Community Relations Manager for the Department of Transportation. Here's an update from Montgomery County. County Executive Ike Leggett recently celebrated the completion of a 1.2-mile extension of Father Hurley Boulevard from Wisteria Drive to Germantown Road, Maryland 118. This is an important north-south link for Germantown communities separated by the CSX railroad tracks from the town center and the I-270 employment corridor. The $11 million extension is a 4-lane divided highway that includes a bridge over the tracks. 2 retaining walls minimize impacts on adjacent properties. These walls feature a simulated stone pattern that was chosen to mimic what the B&O Railroad built in the early 1900s when the entire metropolitan branch was being upgraded. At that time, engineers used large rectangular blocks of stone laid horizontally for strength. Many of these structures are still in service on tracks that go through Germantown. The project also includes a bikeways, street lighting, stormwater management features such as a porous concrete sidewalk, landscaping, and reforestation. For more information about this and other construction projects, visit our website at montgomerycountymd.gov/mcdot. We're working to keep you moving.
Each week in our Pet of the Week segment, we bring you all sorts of creatures that are available for adoption at the Montgomery County Animal Shelter. This week, Kathy Stanhope introduces us to a rare dog, an Akbash from Turkey, who is looking for a new home.
Hi, this is Kathy Stanhope with your Pet of the Week at the Montgomery County Humane Society, and I am here with a truly elegant lady. This young lady really doesn't have a name yet. I think we might call her Taffy, but she is tagged 270. She is an Akbash. It's a breed that I wasn't familiar with, but I've done a little research, and it's a Turkish breed, and they were bred to help protect against predators for sheep and for goats. And she is a very good watchdog in that she protects you, but they were also bred to be very tender with the lambs and the baby goats. She is a very sweet dog. She doesn't get excited about anything. She walks well on a leash. She's as calm as the day is long. And she just is a really nice dog, and she doesn't want to be here in the cage. She wants to go home with you, and I know you've been thinking about getting a new dog. And like I said, she doesn't need a lot of room because she's very, very calm. I know she's a big dog, and people think, oh, I can't have such a big dog because they need so much room. That's really not true. It's not the size of the dog that's important about how big your yard is. It's the temperament. And this dog would actually probably do very well in even an apartment as long as she got walked once in a while. She doesn't want to run and play. She wants to love with you, and she wants to go out for a nice walk with you. So come on down to the Montgomery County Humane Society and visit her. She, like I said, her number is 270, and we might be naming her Taffy. She's about 4 years old. She's a spayed female. She came in as a stray, and she's just a truly elegant lady. She just really is looking for a home. So give us a call at 240-773-5967 or visit us on the web at mchumane.org. Come on down and meet her, and you'll really be glad you did.
Well, that does it for this edition of County Report This Week. I'm Susan Kennedy. Thanks for watching.
MC has received a $50,000 grant from the Morris and Gwendolyn Caferts Foundation to help the college increase student graduation and transfer rates. The grant benefits two new MC programs, the Innovation Fund and the Developmental Math Initiative. Montgomery College women's soccer standout Lauren Hart has been named to the Maryland JUCO academic team for her academic excellence. Hart was honored for earning a 3.89 grade point average at MC. There's still time to register for fall semester classes at Montgomery College. Course listings are available on the web, and registration is now online only. For assistance and information, stop by the Admissions and Records Office online or at any of our 3 campuses. For more information about the endless possibilities at your community college, visit our website at montgomerycollege.edu.